We are in the program that is actually my favorite to use. And I say this sometimes in my videos, and even when I speak, I don't know how old I look, but I have used a lot of different softwares in my mini career. I've been IT department. I've been in news, in television. I've worked in television. I've worked as a marketing department for several huge companies. I've been a writer. I, I've been an accountant. I've done so much. And when I worked in television, I have been fortunate enough to use almost every software out there. Okay, I've used Avid. I've used Adobe Premiere Pro. I've used Final Cut Pro. I've used Filmora. I've used Windows Media Player. That's taken it way back. So they used to do Windows Media Player used to have like a software for you to edit videos. I don't even know if that still exists. And I tell you all that to say I've used almost every video software out there. And for simple video editing, I recommend iMovie. If you have a Mac device, it's free. If you don't have a Mac device, I can put a link to one of my favorites in the description. I use Mac everything. Like I have an iPhone. This is my newest one. I have my old phones, or iPhones. I have an iPad mini. I have an iPad Pro. I have an iMac, which I'm on now, and then I have a MacBook, which is the one that's to go because it's like 1.5 pounds. It's so small and great. And before that, I had a MacBook Pro, which was so heavy, but really, really great. It worked well. It's just really, really heavy. After my surgery, I was like, oh no, I need something lighter. So as you can see, I'm very content with the Mac family, the Apple family, and when it comes to video editing, it just makes it so easy. So what software do I recommend? iMovie, which is what I'm going to show you. The great thing is that most video softwares work the same. So if you use another software, this will still, or you have another software on your system, this will still give you an idea of how to make quick edits and get your video out there. Because that's what boggles people down. I think sometimes it's just getting the video out there, okay? So this is how I start. So you come into iMovie, and there is a downward facing arrow in the menu. So when you hover over it, it'll say import video from camera or folder. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click that button, and this screen is going to pop up, and I am going to navigate to a video that is unedited. So this clip number 225.mov, that is unedited. Wait, that is also empty. Okay, let me go to this. I just need any video really to edit. Okay, so let me go to the Zoom video. And I'm leaning in because I do not have on glasses. My glasses were giving a glare, so I just took them off. I'm giving myself a break from contacts right now. Okay, so that's the Zoom video there. Has this been edited? I'm going to use this file here, and I'm just going to drag it down. So once you upload your video into iMovie, it'll show right here in this area. This is where your content is. And then you're just going to drag it down to the video timeline. This area here is called the timeline. And you can alter what you can see right here where it says settings. This is where you can just choose how in detailed or zoomed in you want to get, or if you just want it to be very, very small. And so what I do is I just put it on the second setting. And I start with my trimming, okay? So trimming is just, it's kind of like cropping for images. I'm going to start at the beginning and the end to cut out the part where I'm adjusting my hair or fixing my clothes. And then at the end, you're going to cut out the piece of the video where you're like touching the camera. So usually, and the hack that I have found when it comes to trimming is that instead of trying to just like watch a whole bunch, you can look at the sound bar. So do you see how it kind of shows you, it's like all blue, and then you see the sound waves start to vary more here? That's because I'm quiet all of this time. And so I'm going to go to where it looks like I stopped being quiet, and I'm going to click there. And I'm going to press the space bar because that is a shortcut for play. And let me turn my sound up so I can hear. So I'm going to go back to where, again, the sound waves start.
So now.
Okay. And now I see when I talk. So I'm going to go here right before where I start talking and play it again, just so I can get the exact point I need to trim it.
So now.
Okay, so I know I'm close. Now I'm going to use the left arrow button to literally navigate to when I start talking, and I'm going to watch my mouth for the so now, right? So here we go. So do you see how right now it looks like I'm about to say so? And I'm going to press a M. So when I press M, it put a marker right here, that little blue marker appeared. I put a marker there to make sure this is when I start talking so I can crop it correctly.
So now, left.
Yes, it was. So I'm going to go to the marker, and I'm going to press and this depends on what you use, but basically it's the Command B. I'm going to hold down the Command B. I'm going to hold down the Command button, and while I'm holding down the Command button, I'm going to press B. That splits, or that cuts the two pieces of video, okay? So you hold down the Command button, hold it down, and then press B. So Command B. And then that splits the file for you. Now, if that is too difficult, you can just, choose the area. So you click that, wherever that little, you put that marker, you place the M, you can come to Edit. And well, it says undo split because I just did a split. But if I undid the split, so I undo it just so you can see it, I can click where the marker is, and then I can come to Edit, and I can click redo split, and for you'll just click split, right? So you can either come to Edit and choose split, or you can do Command B, and it'll split automatically. The more you edit, you're going to want to know these commands. I know they may seem like, okay, space to play, Command B, but it really makes the editing process easier. So you're going to select this clip that we no longer need, where I'm just primping, and hit delete, and it's gone.
So now.
And now we have a nice start to our video. And now I'm going to come to the end of it. And do you remember how I said the hack is to look for where the sound waves stop varying? So it looks like it stops right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do Command B. Select this, delete it. And now I'm going to go back just a little bit to make sure I don't need to cut off anymore.
Thank you so much for watching.
Looks good. And that is a really quick way to trim your beginning and the end of your video. Now, the only other things that I do is I usually choose when I'm not going to go through this video, but one thing I'll do is I'll listen in the beginning for when I introduce myself. I'm not sure if I did it in this video, but let's just say I listened in the beginning and it was here.
Because I wasn't too familiar either, but I needed their expertise.
Angel. Okay, so let's just say you just heard me say, hi, my name is Angel Santos. So I would press M here, and then I would come to the title menu where it says titles, and I'm going to click titles. And I like to use the, let's see, it's just a second. I like to use the second option, which is the standard lower third, because to me it's just nice, clean, professional, and pretty. And it's going to add it right here where you had the marker. And when you double click it, you'll see it highlights itself on the video screen. So now you can double click the text on the top, and I put my name, Angel Santos. And then on the second screen, I just put my title, business coach. Bam, and you click out of it. You can click anywhere. And so to see how that looks, you can just come click a little before it and space to see it play.
Expertise. So I got online and I went through a bunch of websites and I managed
See? You see how you can do this, right? Okay. So the other thing that I do, I don't do a lot to my videos. Again, I've been in that life where we're in Premiere Pro and we're keying out the green screen. Nothing wrong with a green screen. Don't get me wrong. I like a good green screen, but we're keying out the green screen, which just means that we shoot on a green, like literally like a green wall or green cloth. And then we have to change the background, and then like, and just all there are so many things you can do when it comes to video, right? You've seen Avatar, but I like to keep it simple so I'm not getting weighed down in it. Okay, I am not trying to create a movie, not right now. I just want to give my people good content that will help them take action quickly, and I want to take action quickly. Okay, so that's what I'm showing you. And I do apologize. I turned my sound on, and so now all of my notifications are coming through. Let me see. Let me close this really quickly. That's just team members reaching out. Okay. So the only other thing I do is when I give teaching points, I like to use a title. So we're still in the title part of the menu. I like to use a title to introduce my teaching points. And how you would do that is you can navigate to, so you listen to your video and you navigate to your teaching point. So let's just say I listen here.
gorgeous. You know,
and this is teaching point 1. So I add a marker, and it'll add that blue piece. And let me just, I thought I closed my things, but that's okay. So you add the M, so your marker is here. And now I like to use, me personally, the gradient white title for my teaching points, but you can see you have, different options here in the software. So I'm going to click it and I'm going to drag it where that blue marker is. And once again, I'm going to double click it. And when I click it here, it'll allow me to change what the text says. And so I like to call my teaching point steps, right? So, step 1, you do this, step 2, so it's very, very clear. So in the example earlier, I talked about weight loss. So I'll just put changing your diet, changing your diet. And I would put here in the second line, step 1. Or actually, honestly, I do it actually more like this. I'm think that looks a bit better. Okay, so changing your diet, step one. And again, to see how that looks, you're just going to drag this a little bit before it starts and press the space button. I turned off my audio, don't be concerned. And that is how it will look. So that is how I quickly edit my video. I trim in the beginning, and then I trim at the end, and then I add my titles, which is just my name and my teaching points. And that's it. And once it's finished, I go to File, and I go to Share, and then I go to File again, which you're just telling it you want to save this as a file now, because right now it's just it's just like a project inside of iMovie, and you name it your topic. You choose your quality, which you usually want to choose the highest quality you can, and then you click Next. It's going to ask you, this is what you want to name it and where. Yes, I want to name it whatever your topic is, and then you can save it to your desktop or whatever folder feels good for you. I click Save, and then if you look to your top right-hand corner of the screen, you're going to see that now there's a circle in the navigation bar. When your file is complete, that circle will turn white all the way. So it's going to fill up as it processes your file. And now I'm going to minimize this. And you see where it says your topic here on the lower right-hand side of my screen, your topic.mp4. So when that file finishes completely, it will turn into an image just like this video where it says, is PayPal safe to use? Does that make sense? Okay, well, that is my process for how I edit my videos, and this video has been all about how I record my videos. So it is my prayer and hope that this will be a help to you. And like I said, if you have questions, you are welcome to put them in the comments of this video. Thank you so much for watching. And we would love to have you in our free Facebook community, Course Newbies, if you want more support on creating and selling your online courses and programs. Thank you so much for watching.